life lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome, everybody, to our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail. Today is May the 2nd. Here's a live shot looking off towards the east, kind of between West Vail and Vail, looking off towards the Gore Range. You can see a little bit of Gold Peak, snow still on the hills. Quiet on the highways first thing this morning. Highways are dry once again first thing this morning. We are going to see a shift, though, with some weather. Thanks for tuning in this morning. I'm your host, Mark Sassi, in the studio. Usually on Tuesdays, I have the remote camera, and I'm either going to talk about fishing or going to hike up a mountain or something, but I got to come into the studio today, and it's been probably, we tried to calculate maybe more than a year since I've been in here, and it feels like home. And hopefully you're just tuning in with a fresh cup of coffee, checking in with us to find out what's happening during kind of this shoulder season time. Obviously, mountains are all closed around Eagle County. There's still plenty of skiing to be had over in Summit County, but right now we're starting to see that shift. Couple big events coming our way in a couple 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. The big events that kick off the summer: Blues, Brews, and Barbecue in Beaver Creek, GoPro Mountain Games in Vail. But right now it's just about people taking their vacations, employees shifting gears a little bit, and all that snow starting to melt. I'm going to talk a little bit about the stream flows and what's happening on the rivers in a little bit, because every Tuesday I tend to do a fly fishing report somewhere around Eagle County down by the river. But I just want to mention what's happening now, because it is getting big. That snow is starting to melt. We're going to show you some graphs in just a little bit. But let's talk a little bit about what's happening today around Eagle County. So we're going to have Allie Teague with the Eagle Valley Library District coming into the studio in just a little bit to sit on the couch and talk about activities with the library. But I wanted to mention one. This is called Story Times, and this is with the Eagle Valley Library District. You can go to their website, evld.org, to find out more. But story time, once again, for the little kids, for the lap sitters, which are 0 to 2 years old, and then we have the toddlers, the preschoolers. So for the kiddos, first thing this morning, right here in Avon on Tuesdays at 11 o'clock, they're going to have story time for the kiddos. For toddlers from 2 to 3 years old, you can jump around Eagle County between the Eagle Public Library, the Gypsum Public Library, and the Avon Public Library. But there's plenty of offerings for the little kiddos that are preschool, that aren't in kindergarten yet. So once again, I'll mention that with Allie when she comes in. We'll talk a little bit more about story times. And we'll also talk a little bit about some of the other things they have. They have some great stuff coming up, some lecture series, some authors coming in to talk about some books, and there's some neat books out there. I took a look at it, and it's going to be worth hanging out for Allie Teague's interview coming here in the studio. Let's also talk about another library-driven event with the Eagle Valley Library. It's called Teen Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, Dungeons and Dragons, once again. It kind of was big for a while there in the 90s, and then it kind of plateaued, disappeared a little bit. It's kind of been underground. Library's bringing it all back. So if you got into Stranger Things over the past couple of seasons, watching it on TV, then Dungeons and Dragons might be for you. And you can check that out also at evld.org for more information on that. That's going to be Tuesday, so tonight at 5:30, right here in Avon in the boardroom. Another event going on today takes place just off to the south side up into Cordillera at the All Points North Lodge. Now this is called QPR, Question, Persuade, Refer. QPR training is going to be at the All Points North Lodge today, 10:30. If you want to find out more about it, you can go to their website. But also, this is what it is. It's an award-winning, evidence-based early intervention approach to suicide prevention. Now, I want to kind of get a little more personal here real quick. A couple of my friends in school, friends of my son and my daughter, there was a poor child that suffered with some suicide thoughts not too long ago. So it is kind of in the forefront of all of our minds. And I know that suicide is it's big here in Eagle County. So if you want to find out more about how to approach it, what you can do, what kind of questions you can answer, and how you can be prepared, the QPR event taking place at 10:30 today at All Points North Lodge would be a good idea. Just to kind of keep your mind awake about what's going on around Eagle County. Last thing I want to mention, happening at Walking Mountain Science Center, which is on the north side of I-70, right up behind the 7-Eleven area and up behind the Buck Creek Medical Center right there. They've got the Sustainable Film Series. Now, taking place tonight in Edwards at the Riverwalk Theater at 6:30 is a story called Kiss the Ground. It's narrated by Woody Harrelson, and it's a full-length documentary shedding light on a new, old approach to farming called regenerative agriculture, which is a practice with the extraordinary abilities to balance our climate and feed the world. You can go to walkingmountains.org for more information on that. We have a 2-hour show coming your way. I'm going to shift gears, make my way over towards the weather wall. We're going to take a look at that weather, and then I'm going to give you some looks into what's happening with our river reports, what's happening with the flows on the river, because with these warmer temperatures that you're going to see right now over the course of the day today, I just walked in front of the camera. Did y'all see that? I apologize. Once again, I'm fresh in the studio once again. We're going to see 48 at 8 o'clock this morning, 63 later on today, with a 70% chance of moisture coming our way. So once again, those river flows will continue to come up. Pack a light rain jacket. Bring you with you on your hikes if you're going to go anywhere outside today. Your hourly forecast, upper 40s to start, mid to upper 50s by mid-afternoon. 63 will be that high temperature, probably coming our way 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it looks like cloud cover first thing and then more chances for showers into the afternoon hours. 73 in Denver today with a 30% chance of moisture. 63 in Vail with a 70%. Avon 70% with a high of 64. And then Eagle 69, close to 70 degrees. Excuse me, very warm around Eagle County today with a 50% chance of some moisture. Tonight we're going to see temperatures with a low of about 35 degrees, 60% chance of moisture coming our way once again. And then jumping ahead for that 5-day, 63 degrees for the high temperature on Wednesday with a 30% chance of moisture, 70% for Thursday with a high of 58, 56 for a high temperature on Friday. Sunshine should return with a 10% chance of maybe some cloud cover and a little bit of moisture. Saturday, 20% with a high of 53. And then for Sunday, 55 with a 20% chance of moisture. All right, now I'm going to jump around a little bit more and make my way over to another graph area. We can talk about the river flows right now. I want to let you know snow is melting, rivers are coming up, rivers are becoming pretty dirty, and we're seeing those flows getting much higher. So let's take a look at your fly fishing report coming up next. All right, fly fishing report time. I usually do these out on the river, and we've been kind of waiting for the snow to melt and for the flows on the rivers to get bigger and bigger. Right here is a graph of Gore Creek. Now, we're looking at about a week ago, we had the flows on Gore Creek, 50, 60, 70 cubic feet per second with the recent warmth. As you can see, these numbers are topping off at about 250 as of last night at about midnight. So big flows on Gore Creek, pushing a lot of dirt into the river, a lot of cold water. And then right in Minturn, right just to the east of Minturn, use the confluence of Gore Creek and the Eagle River. Let's look at the Eagle River flows. And you can see, so once again, Gore Creek comes into the Eagle River, and then the Eagle River flows into the Colorado. About a week ago, we had flows at about 250. Now we're looking at flows, we're at about 750 as of last night at midnight. So these things are dramatically starting to increase. This is a time when you want to be thinking about maybe taking a break from getting too close to the river. If you're a kayaker and you know what you're doing, you're a boater of sorts, this is when the kayakers and the boaters really start to like what's happening with the rivers. But water temps are just below freezing because it's snow that just melted and they're very dirty and those flows are very high. If you're into fishing, you might want to consider going in a boat as opposed to standing along the shoreline because those flows are just going to get bigger and bigger. Let's look at the Colorado. Now, the Colorado River is another watershed that we float also. We fish on a regular basis from, Pump House to Radium, Radium to Rancho, Rancho to State Bridge. And once again, flows a week ago were not quite 700. Now we're seeing flows at about 1,900, at about 18 to 1,900. So dramatic changes as the snow melts, the reservoirs fill up. For places like the Colorado, they release water out of the reservoirs, and that's why these numbers are getting bigger. Water's getting dirtier. But just keep it in mind, if you want to go out on the waters, be safe, use your head. If you go wade fishing, make sure you use a wading belt. It's such a small feature that makes such a huge difference. And maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later on. We're going to take a break from Good Morning Vail, our Tuesday edition. When we come back, we're going to introduce you to Gretchen. She's one of our out and about reporters who puts together segments called Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. We're going to show you more about that after the break. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show, our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail, May the 2nd. So I mentioned right before the break, one of our hosts and reporters, Gretchen Pleshaw, she has a segment called Glitz and Glam. And she ventures around and finds great things that have to do with glitz and glam and making yourself as good as you can possibly be. She had a chance to swing by Mangat and Copit Plastic Surgery in Avon and find out more about what they have to offer. Let's take a look.
Welcome to Glitz and Glam. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I'm so excited to be here at the Mangat Copit Plastic Surgery and Skincare. Let's go in. I'm here with the incredible Dr. Mangat. I'm so excited. We are here at Mangat Copit Plastic Surgery and Skincare, and I am so excited to introduce you to him and hear about all the incredible things that you guys have to offer.
Well, thank you. So if you can think about personal enhancement, face or body or skin, we offer that. So we're kind of an all-inclusive provider of surgical and non-surgical personal enhancement. We are kind of surgery specialists in this practice, in that I specialize just in the face and neck, and Dr. Kopit, he does face and neck, but specializes in body procedures. So we're able to really focus in on certain procedures that are of interest to people. Common things like facelifts and eyelid lifts and brow lifts and rhinoplasties, forehead lifts, chemical peels, laser resurfacing, and then Dr. Kopit does a lot of breast augmentation, breast reduction, tummy tucks, mommy makeovers. At certain stages in people's lives, they find that it's not only aging process, maybe some sun changes, and following childbirth. There are certain needs that people have, and so we try to fulfill all of those. And then on the non-surgical side, a significant part of our practice is providing those non-surgical enhancements, things like Botox, Dysport, now Daxify. These all try to get rid of expression lines. And then fillers and injectables that enhance the face otherwise, in terms of restoring volume to the face that you've lost with age or genetics. And then we have a variety of technologies that do skin resurfacing, getting rid of red and brown spots, tightening the skin with radiofrequency microneedling, things like that. So, the menu is rather extensive. But overall, I would say that our focus is always on producing that natural, never had surgery look. And I think that's most people, that's what they want.
Well, and that's what I was going to say is so special about you guys, is I know many people like myself who have come in here, and you make people feel so beautiful and look so natural. Just enhancing their beauty is the main factor here. It's not about transforming into something different. It's just enhancing your natural beauty, which I love.
Absolutely, and you don't ever do the same thing on every person. You have to tailor the procedure for their particular needs based on their facial structure, proportions, their personality. All of those things come into play. But ultimately, we really like what we do because we're helping people in ways other than when you typically think of going to the doctor to have, an appendectomy or knee surgery or whatever, these are personal type of goals people have where they want to feel good about themselves. And so that's what we try to do.
I'm here with my friend Chloe Banning. How are you doing, Chloe?
So good, Gretchen. Thank you.
So Chloe and I go way back because I am going to give a little bit of props to Chloe because she's amazing. She works over here and she does amazing Botox, and you do so much more than that. Botox, fillers, etc., all things beauty related.
Yeah, the bread and butter of my practice is injectables, so Botox and fillers. I also do a lot of skin treatments such as lasers, microneedling, as well as assist my patients with skincare regimens for at home.
And I love it because you can see Chloe's face is so beautiful. Her skin is amazing and glowing. And truly, when I first met her, I was like, this is what I want. And so I feel like you do such a brilliant job. So many people across the valley come to you, and you really enhance people's beauty and help them feel good from the inside out. And that's, I know, something that's really important to you here.
Yes, definitely. I think that is my favorite part of my job, is just when their confidence is boosted. I love seeing that smile that comes across their face. That truly is the best part of treating patients.
So Chloe, I know you do skincare routines, you do Botox, you do fillers, you do all these amazing things. What is your favorite thing to do here?
Oh man, that's such a hard question. I think two things: Botox, because it's a home run every time. Everyone loves Botox. And then I also really love fillers as well, because you actually see it as it's happening. You see the lifting effects, you see the wrinkles improving, you see the lips becoming more hydrated. So you see it in action, and I just really love that about fillers. You know, when you're looking for an injector, you want someone that's going to tell you the truth, and that may say no if you don't need a treatment. So, yeah, I think just making sure that I'm giving the best recommendations for my patients is always the most important thing for me.
And Chloe, I was going to ask you too, how long have you worked here?
Yeah, so I've been here for almost 3 years, and before I was practicing here, I was working at a dermatology office in Las Vegas, doing both medical and cosmetic dermatology.
And I actually have to tell you too, I found Chloe on Instagram. I was so excited. So many women were sharing about their amazing experience with you and showing all the different things they could. And I remember asking one of my girlfriends how I could get your number, how I could get your name, and then now you're blowing up.
Thanks. Yeah, I think Instagram is a great way for me to showcase my skill set, showcase my personality. So yeah, feel free to check out my Instagram.
And that's a good kind of segue here too. I was wondering if people are excited and after meeting you and seeing the amazing work you do, I know they will be, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so best way is to call the office to schedule a visit. I do free consultations, so do the doctors as well. So feel free to just give the office a call to schedule a free consultation.
I'm here with Dr. Kopit. I'm so excited at the Mangat Kopit Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
I love the space. I love the people here. And I really love that you make people feel naturally beautiful and make them feel good from the outside in, I should say.
Well, we try. We want, their external appearance to sort of match better how they feel inside. So most people feel younger at times as they age than they look. And so our goal is to sort of get it all in symmetry and help people look and feel younger.
So I know you do so many different things, and if you could tell us some of those things.
Well, we do, what our goal here is to have a state-of-the-art, full-service cosmetic surgery center. So from surgery, skincare, non-invasive body sculpting procedures, we feel that we have everything that anybody might want or need. Our goal is to have you come in and tell us what bothers you, and we know that we have something to address it. We do cosmetic surgery from head to toe, which sounds like a lot, but it's really probably about 10 operations. I think really the art of it is when you can really fit the patient with an operation that'll get them a safe and natural result, and then you see them afterwards. I mean, whether it's a rhinoplasty or facelift or tummy tuck, or I don't know that the actual surgery is as interesting at this point in my career as just sort of getting the right fit for the patient.
We want to thank the incredible people at Mangat Kopit Plastic Surgery and Skincare. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski product of the week. Now, here we've got a great trail running shoe. It's the men's North Face Summit Vective Pro. If you're looking for a shoe to get out there and hit those trails all season long, then this is the shoe for you. It's breathable, comfortable, and high cushion. It has a rocker midsole geometry, which you can see right here in that, allowing you to push off of your toes just a little bit stronger. It's got innovative foam technology on the inside of the shoe, which we'll show you right now. This way you can be nice and comfortable as you're hitting those trails. It also has carbon fiber plates in it for stabilization. So if you're an avid trail runner, then this is the shoe for you. Not only does it have all of these wonderful features, but it's got some nice tread on the bottom of the sole to help you out there as you're hitting the trails. Now, if you know someone or yourself, if you're a trail runner, well then make sure that you head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on these fabulous shoes. You can also head over to their website at sunandski.com. That way you can get more information on the shoes and order them in your correct size. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch. 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Well, that was some good information from Gretchen with Mangat and cockpit plastic surgery. Now, got Danielle here. Danielle Turner, who is our general manager of TV8. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You know, you are like, you're fully entrenched in everything here. I love it because when I come in the morning, you're already here. And when I leave, or I come back at the end of the day to drop off my camera and stuff at 6 o'clock, 6:30 at night, you're rolling. Like, you're a busy lady.
I try.
You're a busy lady. Let's talk real quick about, like, it's been over a year. I mean, how long has it been? A year and a half now, would you say?
It will be 2 years.
2 years coming up
this
soon
month.
then. Wow.
Yeah, it was May 2021. Time flies when you're having
Time
fun.
flies when you're not always having fun, but just when you're just putting pieces of the puzzle together. And I feel like the pieces, because I've been involved with the TV station well before you guys and now with you, and I really feel like you guys have a story to tell. Like, it's, to me, it works. And I know how you said initially when we first talked, you're like, we have this vision to make it really a community kind of a base piece.
Right.
And I had no idea really what that looked like because of what we had done here for so many years.
Sure.
And now I see it. And it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Anyways, hats off to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
it's
appreciate
pretty cool.
that.
Let's talk about the wintertime. You guys had a good winter. We had lots of snow, a lot of people around. How was it for you guys here?
Yeah, it was a great winter season. I think that the tourists certainly enjoyed all of the snow that we had this season. It was a good season for us.
Did you get out and ski a little bit or no?
I have to say I did not this season.
You could have just said you did.
I could have told you that.
Then maybe I need to take you fly fishing this summer or something.
I would love to do that.
That'd be a good one. You and Maddie, we could go out, you know, with a crew out there.
Absolutely.
TV8 Fun Day or something.
Yeah.
We record the whole thing and then
absolutely
show it.
That would be fun.
You guys are great doing that stuff. Honestly, like, you never know what's going to show up because you record everything. There's always cameras going and you always have segments of everything. Like, I'm really, once again, like, I get it. I'm impressed with it. It's pretty neat.
Good.
Anyways, you're looking for some more people maybe?
We
You
are.
got stuff coming up this summer. Tell us about it.
Let's talk about some of the summer stuff since you mentioned going fly fishing.
Yeah.
The scoreboard, which we do for the high school sports, is going to take a little bit of a hiatus. We'll go through the end of May. As the schools kind of wrap up their seasons, we'll be there for that. But then we'll shelf it a little bit until August when the kids start to play again. And over the summer, we'll do some outdoor activities instead. So some fly fishing, some mountain biking, some paddle boarding,
hiking,
kayaking.
Golf, kayaking.
So
all that
maybe
great
you
stuff.
and I can get out
For
there
sure.
and do
I
a
think
little
we
fly fishing.
We go out on Nottingham on paddle boards and we fish standing up and see who falls first because I probably will.
Me. Definitely.
So Scoreboard was really, I mean, initially it was a standalone show.
Yes.
You guys had that, and then you incorporated it into the Good Morning Vail show when you went to 2 hours.
Yes, we've incorporated it into Good Morning Vail Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
And I think it's been, I mean, just for me, kind of on more of the outside, the perimeter, I think it's been really well received. I think I hear kids and parents and coaches, because my kids are involved with sports, just at one of the schools, and they talk about it a lot now. So
absolutely.
It's got some legs.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I also have a high school student, and he hears quite a bit about it at his school as well, and is always kind of like feeding us ideas on what the kids are saying they'd like to see. So I think it's been a fun transition to have it as part of Good Morning Vail as well.
And that's another piece of what you guys do is like you listen to what people want to see, what they're looking for. And instead of just saying, oh, okay, we'll try it, you guys actually try it.
We do.
You do. You know,
We
and if
do.
it doesn't stick to the wall, it doesn't stick to the wall. But
Sure.
But you do give it a shot, and you find some things that have some validity behind it, and I think it's great.
Absolutely. You know, what the viewers want to see is important to me. That's important part of being a community television station. So if somebody tells me they want to see something,
Yeah.
we're going to go out and try it.
Yeah.
It might not stick, as you
Yeah.
said, but sometimes the things that you don't think are going to stick are going to be great.
Yeah.
So you don't know unless you try.
That's right. So yeah, once again, so Scoreboard will take a shift. A lot of summer activities will come into play,
Yes.
kind of to fill those spots. And once again, we don't quite know what that's going to look like yet, but
Right.
there's going to be probably some fly fishing involved, because if I have anything to say about it,
There's going to be
will
fly fishing.
And then we got a lot of paddleboarding sports coming up with a bigger water. We have the Whitewater Series with the Rec District, and then obviously a lot centered around the mountain games. And then from that way forward, it's just showtime anyways.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so also over the summer, you know, there'll be a lot of touring bands and things like that in the area. And so we're going to launch in the next couple of weeks an entertainment segment,
Oh, great.
dedicated entertainment segment here on Good Morning Vail.
You've done a lot of that with the bands. I mean, with
have.
with Dogs in a Pile, obviously, and
Yes.
then with the Runaway Grooms alone,
Grooms,
just those
yes.
two.
Yes, absolutely. And the feedback on that has been great. You know, when we did a half hour with Dogs in a Pile, you know, we got over 1,000 views on YouTube. So that's clearly kind of what the
People are
viewers
looking
are
to
telling
see,
me they
right?
want to see.
Yeah.
So we're going to be launching that in the next couple weeks as the summer festivities start to take off here in the Vail Valley. Another thing that you'll see is I've heard from the viewers that they need a little help with their business. And so we're launching some business segments. You may have seen within the last week, we started an Adventures in Coaching segment with Kim Smith.
That's right.
And she gives some practical advice, not only for your business, but also for kind of your personal
life
life
in
as
general.
well. Yes. So I think that's a fun addition for us this summer.
And then
too.
Good Day Vail is going to, you have more stuff coming on with
Yeah,
Good Day Vail, right?
Vail. So we're going to do some themed weeks, which I think are going to be fun, where the whole week of shows is kind of devoted to one topic. And so coming up, starting on Mother's Day on the 14th, is a redefining your living space. So kind of like furniture, you know, like let's spring clean the house a little bit.
Give it
Lighting,
an
gardening,
upgrade.
yes.
Yeah.
Or real estate. Is it time to be in the market for something new? And so we do still have some sponsorship positions available for that week.
Okay.
If anybody's interested in that, they can certainly reach out to me here at the station. We'd be happy to help feature them.
Let me just ask you this too. Let's say somebody is interested in maybe kind of doing what Maddie and I do, sitting on the couch or going out and
Yes.
about, or working as an editor or a journalist, a host, social media.
Yes.
You're looking for potentially some more
I am.
bright, new, shiny faces, possibly?
I certainly am. So we're going to host an open interview on Saturday the 13th between 10 and 2. Just drop by the station, bring your resume, come say hi to me. And yes, we're looking for editors. Specifically, I'm looking for some bilingual editors. So people that are fluent in both English and Spanish.
Okay.
Because we are looking to launch some Latino programming here
great.
locally. And so I need a little edit help to get that done.
We have a huge Latino population here,
We
obviously.
certainly do.
Huge.
Yes.
And they're completely involved in everything that everybody does here every day, like the rest of us. And hats off, that's awesome. That's
Yes.
awesome. That's awesome. And then if you have somebody that comes in that wants to try to be a host, are you going to put them on the weather wall during the 10 to 2 Saturday interviews out of the gate, or you don't know yet? You might.
I might.
You might, so hear that. If you want to be a TV host, come looking sharp and be prepared to maybe be thrown either in the seat here or over there, because she'll do it to you.
Absolutely.
You will. We'll find out right away. She might hire you on the spot if you're that good.
You never know.
Is this information on the website if people want to find out more?
Yes, it is.
It's in your social media on Facebook and stuff too?
Absolutely.
There you go. So we got Danielle Turner giving us all the details. Once again, the open hiring and interview session 10 to 2, Saturday, May the 13th, right here at the TV8 studios in the Seasons building in Avon. And once again, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and TV8's just growing more and more. Remember, once again, you can watch TV8 on Comcast, on Channel 92.
Right.
I think we need to clarify that. I've had a few people say, how do we watch it?
Yes, you can certainly watch it on Channel 92 on Comcast.
Yeah.
You can also live stream it on our website. And if you have a smart TV, you can download that live stream app and watch it just like you would on cable.
Yep.
Or you can find us on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I watch it every morning as I'm getting ready. If I'm in here, I watch it. I'm always having Maddie telling me stories. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break from Good Morning Vail. We come back. We're going to give you a look at that weather. We have some interviews coming into the studio. Rhiannon Rowe with Eagle County Animal Shelter. We have Allie Teague with the Eagle Valley Library District, and also Clair Noble with Eagle County Government. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi there. On today's episode of Good Day Vail is one that you don't want to miss, as I am so grateful to have Amy Phillips and Tamara N. Underwood, and the N stands for Nottingham, of the Town Council of Avon. So please come back and watch Good Day Vail, as you will be enlightened on so many things that you can do to become a better citizen in Avon.
I would shift gears, not away from sustainability, but inclusive as sustainability. Probably the most important thing is to vote for local leaders. I mean, we have leaders on library boards, water and sanitation district, obviously town council, county commissioners. I mean, we don't just need to vote for our senators that go to Washington to represent us well.
I love that.
And one of the things that a lot of people don't know is that metro districts, water districts, electrical cohorts all have very interesting voting rules. So you got to figure out who you're going to be voting for. So you've got to figure out, what metro district am I in? Because if you're in the town of Avon like you are, Avon Wild Ridge Mountain Star, you're in Avon.
Okay.
But if you're in Eagle Vale or you're up in Bachelor Gulch or up in Beaver Creek, you have metro districts that actually get a lot of your property tax, or if you're a renter, your property owner's tax. And you need to be aware of all the different entities.
Oh, Amy, what a great idea.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
All right, welcome back to our Tuesday edition, May the 2nd. This is Good Morning Vail on TV8. Let's take a look at your weather. This weather is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports. They're located right in the heart of Avon. You can find everything for your entire family, indoor adventures, outdoor adventures, 365 days a year. And today, we're going to see a little bit of rain. So swing by Sun and Ski Sports and pick up that light rain jacket, because there's a chance for maybe some passing showers in the afternoon. 48 to start first thing this morning. 63 for that high temperature. We're going to have a 70% chance of some moisture coming our way, for sure falling in the form of rain by later on this afternoon as this next system rolls in. We'll give you a look at Vail's hourly forecast, and you can see 48 to start, 58 around noon. High temperature coming our way between 2 and 3 o'clock, as we're going to see that 63 degrees, and then that rain is going to make its way into Eagle County, light rain, followed by rain showers into the afternoon, into the early evening hours. As we look at tonight, you're going to see temperatures. Actually, let's look at Eagle County first and beyond, down to Denver. Denver temperatures today pretty warm, 73, mostly sunny skies, 30% chance of some moisture coming our way. 63 for Vail with a 70% chance. Avon 64 with a 70% chance. And then Eagle close to 70 degrees with a 50% chance of some moisture later on. Tonight, our weather, we're going to see a 60% chance of continued rain showers on and off. It's going to clear overnight with a low of about 35 degrees. And then that 5-day, we're going to see temperatures kind of averaging mid to upper 50s, maybe low 60s. For Wednesday, 30% chance of maybe a little bit more moisture with a high of 63 for Vail. Evening lows are going to be in the 30s for the most part all week long. Thursday, 70% chance of moisture, rain showers with a high of 58 for Vail. And then that should push on through Friday, 10% chance. We'll see mostly sunny skies with a high of 56. And then for Saturday, 20% chance for Vail for some moisture with a high of 53 degrees. And then Sunday, 55 degrees in Vail. We're looking at, once again, a 20% chance. So we do have some moisture around Eagle County over the course of the next 3, 4, 5 days, mixed with some sunshine. But we're never going to see those real heavy showers. So don't let a little bit of rain deter you from getting out and going on that hike or exploring outdoors. All right, one of our segments that I talked to Danielle about during that last interview is a segment called Scoreboard. And it's really a focus on Eagle County and high school sports all the way down from Gypsum High School to Eagle Valley High to Battle Mountain to Vail Mountain School and beyond. It's all about the sports here in Eagle County. And we checked in with a crew at the golf competition just recently, the women's golf. And let's check in with Scoreboard now and find out how golf went for the ladies and what else is on the pipe for Scoreboard. Let's take a look.
Hello everyone, Brett Farrar here with the Scoreboard to talk to you about all things golf. Now the Vail Mountain School girls are hosting a tournament today. They hosted Steamboat, Eagle Valley, and themselves. We are here at the beautiful Eagle Ranch, and it is in a beautiful, sunny, 75-degree day. We're going to speak with some of the athletes about how they shot this tournament and about golf overall. Let's take a listen. Hello everyone, we are here at Eagle Ranch Golf Course where Vail Mountain School girls golf team just hosted one of their tournaments. I'm joined by one of their players. Do you mind just saying your name and what grade you're in?
Logan Obriga, and I'm a junior.
Oh, that's very exciting. How long have you been playing golf for?
I've been playing with my dad since I was really little, but I probably started playing competitively like 4 years ago.
Oh, that's very cool. And what did you feel about the conditions on the course today?
I feel like the conditions were pretty good. The greens were rolling well. However, there was a lot of vole damage and elk urine damage, but it was really good for this time of year.
Yeah, speaking of this time of year, you guys have an extremely tough season playing in the spring, and especially this year, we've had a really harsh and long winter. How has that affected your play this year?
Yeah, it's been a lot. We've done things like foam balls indoor in the gym. But our first 3 tournaments, I want to say we hadn't had an outdoor practice.
Really?
So this has been the best weather all year, which has been great for us.
No, absolutely. It's a beautiful 75, 76 out here today. Beautiful sun all morning. And the wind hasn't been too bad either, has it?
No, not bad at all.
Which is super surprising for this early in the season. Now, sort of speaking about your golf sort of career overall, how do you feel you compare this year as compared to previous years?
Yeah, I think this year I've had a few rough tournaments, but that's just been getting back into it. I usually improve a lot before states because I'm getting on the greens more. I had a better round today than my past few tournaments, but I've placed in every tournament I've played at, so that's been great.
Oh, for sure. That's super good. And what did you shoot today?
I shot 81.
Oh, very good. So pretty awesome. And what's your handicap usually?
I can check quickly. Probably like a 6 right now. It gets lower in the summer because I play Colorado PGA junior events from the men's tees, so it makes the slope really high.
Yeah.
So you can shoot worse and your handicap still stays low.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's super cool. So you're really into the golf sort of thing overall. And do you feel like you could beat your father in a round of golf right now?
100%.
I always find it hilarious how all these high schoolers can beat their parents at golf, but it's super cool to see. And how are you feeling as states are starting to come over the horizon?
I'm starting to feel good. I think that if I can improve my putting, I had a lot of 3 putts today. I shot 2 over on the front, but then I just need to improve my course management, and I can definitely do well going into states.
That is absolutely spectacular. Now, when is your next tournament coming up?
I think we have a tournament in Steamboat like May 8th, but I'm not going to be there. But I know we have regionals in Aspen.
Oh, that'll be a very exciting course. Aspen is always sort of a highlight and a rival for our little valley here. Well, good luck in your upcoming tournaments, and congratulations on shooting so well today.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for coming today. We had a wonderful day out there. Pace of play was fantastic, and hopefully you enjoyed the weather. We'll do the individual awards first, and then the team awards, and we will be all set. So our runner-up today with a fantastic 81, Logan Norbriga from UMS. And our medalist today with a fantastic 77, Caitlin. Well done. Congratulations. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everyone who spoke with us today. Now, a quick reminder that Eagle Valley and Battle Mountain are playing each other in soccer tonight at Eagle Valley at 6 o'clock. It's going to be an amazing game. Eagle Valley had a major upset last time they faced off against each other, so we'll see if Battle Mountain is going to be able to bring the heat this time. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for today's update. If you want, you can catch us Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so be sure to check us out. Cheers.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm going to introduce the little puppy dog in the room here in just a minute, but I've got Rhiannon Rowe joining us with the Eagle County Animal Shelter. Good to see you, my dear.
Great.
I haven't been sitting on the couch with you in years. We used to do this once a week, I remember.
I know.
And you still come in, you get Maddie.
Yep.
And you're always bringing pets and activities in here to share with everybody.
Yes.
So Rhiannon and I were talking off camera, and let's talk a little bit about first the animal shelter, and then let's talk about you had a little old soul there at the shelter for quite a while that was recently adopted. So first, let's talk about the animal shelter and how it works and what it is that you all do.
Yeah, so we have dogs and cats mainly that we have up for adoption. So we love to have people come down, meet the animals, find that perfect fit for them. We also offer volunteer opportunities. So if you don't have the space or the chance to actually bring a pet into your home, you can come. You can walk the dogs, play with the puppies, socialize the cats, help us out at events. So we're always needing people that just want to help.
Do you have a lot of people that show up and walk the pets? I feel like you would.
Yes,
right?
yeah, there's a lot of really amazing people out there that just want to come, donate their time, and we really appreciate it.
Do you ever see anybody that comes down, they're like, I don't need any animals, I just want to walk the pets, and then by the end of it all, they may go home with a pet?
Oh, absolutely, that's our goal. Yeah, totally.
So then you were telling me off camera you had a dog there for quite a while. Tell us about this dog, the story behind this dog. Because I don't know, but it sounds like it's a great thing that this wonderful puppy or this dog was adopted, right?
Yeah, so we had Big Mama on the show maybe a month ago.
Big Mama.
Big Mama. Yeah, she came to us pretty chunky. So she went on a diet. She had some health issues that we were able to rectify. And just last week she found her family. So it was very emotional, very heartwarming.
Aww.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So good for her.
Yeah.
See, that's those stories that you love to hear about too,
Yeah, it's amazing. She was on the show here, and Maddie was bringing her all these toys, and she was just chewing on her bone the whole time we did the interview. She's a good dog.
And she came on TV a couple times? Was she?
She was once, yeah.
Just once?
Yeah, so it was fun.
All right, now, let's introduce this one. I'm going to pick you up. Come here. Can I pick you up?
Oh, yeah.
I want to say hello to you. So this is Time.
Time. Mm-hmm.
This is Time, and it's time for somebody to call Rhiannon and go walk this dog. This dog is an absolute love. You're just a love. And you're in front of the camera right now because you said off camera that she's a feisty one because she's only 3 months old. 3 months.
Yeah.
Look how big she is for 3 months.
Yeah, she's a big girl. She's the last of her litter. All of her siblings have found homes, so it's Time's time to shine. But yeah, she's a puppy for sure. I think the cameras are making her nervous.
Pretty mellow.
Yeah,
she's
she's
doing a good job. You're just a love. She's been with you for how long?
A couple weeks.
And where does she come from?
She came from a reservation in Utah.
Okay.
So we don't know a lot about her, but we know she's going to be a fairly good sized dog.
She has big feet. You
Yeah.
see those beautiful feet. Look at that. Oh my God, she's just a love. I mean, my dog is 4 years old, and you already weigh more than my dog, and you're 3 months old. What's that all about?
She could be a good mountain dog.
So maybe someone could come down and take time for a walk.
She's still learning how to walk on leash, but yeah, you can try.
Well, yeah, I mean, right? You have a walking area there too. Do you also have a play area?
Lots of play areas.
That's all fenced in, so they don't have to be on a leash. They can just go and play.
Yep. Time gets to play with her friends all day, and gets to cuddle, and she loves it.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. Well, time's up for adoption. Here we go. You got that? While we're showcasing this beautiful dog, you have a bunch of events coming up too. A lot of adoption events in some fun environments, maybe including libations here and there. What do you have coming up for spring?
So we just finished a really great event at 10th Mountain in Gypsum, just on Sunday, and we're going to come back to see them the Friday of Memorial Weekend. So we'll be there. And then before that, and I totally spaced on the date, is Margaritas and Mutts at El Segundo. But all of those...
You make up these names?
Actually, Margaritas and Mutts was my idea, yeah. But that's all on our our Facebook page, or you can give us a call. But we'll be advertising that event. And then, of course, the mother of all of our events, the Mountain Games, in early June. That'll be
Are you going to be there for the whole time or just over the weekend for the Mountain Games?
All 4 days.
So you'll be there like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yes.
And you're going to be in Lions Head over in the dog area, which is basically right there at the base of the Eagle Bond Gondola, right?
Yeah.
Where you guys have always been in that area, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of really great sponsors this year. We're really excited to bring a lot of pups out there and just enjoy the event.
And your pups come in from Where do they come from?
If they don't come from our county, then we usually help other shelters out in Utah or Texas.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me a little zoom in on Time's pretty face real quick? Here we go. Time, look. Look at this Time. Who's that? Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Look at the eyes are like, what are you doing to be here? Anyways, Rhiannon, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Eagle County Animal Shelter, right? You're down in Eagle, right next to the fairgrounds. Swing by and say hi to Rhiannon if you want to walk some pups or check out the cats or just go and spend some time. It's great for the soul, your little therapy puppies. Hey, we'll be right back with our second hour of Good Morning Vail. Remember, time's up for adoption. We'll be right back.
Good Morning Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Sassi Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tva8vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome everybody back to our second hour for our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail. Let's give you a little bit tour around Eagle County. This right here is looking out from the Vail Transportation Center down towards the covered bridge. We've got some of Vail Mountains trails in the background. You're starting to see some of the green as the snow melts, but that snow is going into the rivers. Rivers are starting to shift a little bit in terms of clarity and water temperatures and flows, and we'll talk about that more in a little bit. Here's Lion's Head now for you, the Lion's Head bus stop. Quiet around Vail. I was in Vail yesterday walking around promoting fly fishing stuff from intern anglers, and it was kind of a ghost town, and that's what's happening this time of the year. We are kind of in that shoulder season. Thanks for tuning in to Good Morning Vail on TV8. You can watch us once again on Comcast on channel 92. You can watch us online also. You can live stream us. You can get us on YouTube. If you have a smart TV, real easy to find. Just plug in TV8 and we're right there. You can't miss it. Tune in every day, 7 days a week from 7 to 9. There you go. I'm your host, Mark Sassi, in the studio. Typically, I'm out on the river doing segments on Tuesdays while Maddie's in the studio. But they brought me in today, but I still am going to talk just a little bit about fly fishing. I have to incorporate a little fly fishing into every one of my segments. That's kind of the idea. Let's talk about a few things happening around Eagle County right now. First off, right here next to the TV8 studios, you're going to find the Avon Rec Center. Now, at the Rec Center, you can buy a pass, you can buy a punch card, plenty of offerings. They've got the big pool, the water slide, the lazy river, things like that, but they also have plenty of other activities to engage the core and engage your mind, and they have some events happening today. Obviously right now happening, we've got spin, so the spin cycle class is happening. Vinyasa yoga at 8:30 today with Samantha. We have water aerobics at 9:30 today with Barb, and then with Adrian, booty bar at 5:30 tonight. They also have the fit court outside on Nottingham Park, and there's an opportunity for you to get outdoors and exercise and do some things outdoors. So if you want to find out more, you can just swing by the Avon Rec Center. Also, I want to talk about the Eagle Valley Library District, some activities they have coming up weekly. We're going to have Ellie Teague with the Library District coming in the studio here in just about a half an hour to talk about more. But going on right now, we have story time for kiddos, and that takes place between Avon and Gypsum and Eagle at all the different libraries. We have Baby Lap Sit today in Avon at 11 o'clock. Then also in Gypsum, Baby Lap Sit at 11 o'clock. And then for toddlers, there's events happening in Gypsum and Eagle. Preschoolers 3 to 5. You can find out more at EVLD's website. Another event that's driven by the Library District also is Dungeons and Dragons. So tonight at the Avon Library Boardroom right here next to the TV8 studios, the resurgence of Dungeons and Dragons. So they're rebooting it at the Avon Library. Beginners and experienced players are welcome, ages 11 plus. Call the library in advance to get your name on the list if you're interested in doing that. But another fun event happening at the library. We'll talk to Allie about that in just a little bit. We also have another event happening today in Cordillera at the All Points North Lodge. It's called Question, Persuade, Refer, QPR, and it's a training program, and it's at the All Points North Lodge today at 10:30. Question, Persuade, and Refer. It's an award-winning, evidence-based early intervention approach to suicide prevention. So it's really a good way to kind of engage your mind a little bit more about, Eagle County and suicides and things like that, and triggers to be made aware of, things to look out for. And then finally, Walking Mountains, the sustainable film series taking place. They have a performance tonight, They have a show taking on at the Riverwalk Theater tonight at 6:30. And it's called Kiss the Ground. It's narrated by Woody Harrelson. And it's a documentary shedding light on the new old approach to farming called regenerative agriculture. Basically, it's a practice with the ability to balance our climate and also feed the world. You go to walkingmountains.org for more information on that. We have another hour of Good Morning Vail. I got Clair Noble with the Eagle County government, and she is a TV8 alumni. We're going to chat with her in a little bit. Allie Teague from the Eagle Valley Library District will be coming into the studio. But let's take a look at your weather for the day and let you know what's happening. We have some cloud cover out there first thing, but you can expect to see chances of some rain showers at some point later on today as we make our way into some weather coming our way. Let's take a look. So here's a look at today's forecast. Right now it's about 48 degrees in Vail, a little bit warmer down here in Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum. 63 for a high in Vail midday with a 70% chance of moisture. Now, I'm going to just kind of stroll on over here and move my little clicker around so we can take a look at your next weather map, which is going to be what's happening for the hourly forecast today. Light rain in the afternoon. Temperatures at high temperature dropping in right about 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon with about 63 degrees and chances for some light rain showers as we make our way into the afternoon hours. If you're traveling down to Denver, coming up from the Front Range, we're going to see 73 degrees, mostly sunny skies with a 30% chance of some moisture. Once again, Vail 70%, Avon 70%, and Eagle about a 50% chance of passing afternoon showers. Temperatures kind of hovering in the mid to upper 60s all around Eagle County. Tonight for our low temperatures, we're going to see about 35 degrees with a 60% chance of some more rain early on in the evening, and then we should see some clearing during the overnight, so we should have more clear skies as you wake up tomorrow morning. The 5-day forecast for Wednesday, partly cloudy with a high of 63 degrees with a low of 35. For Thursday, 70% chance of moisture with a high of 58 for Vail. And then Friday, 10%, mostly sunny skies with a high of 56. And then through the weekend, we're going to see mid-50s both days and about a 20% chance both days of some passing showers, maybe some thunderstorms mixed with some sunshine. So now let's shift a little bit, talk about some more fly fishing. I've got a fly fishing report coming up next. Okay, during the last hour at this time, my fishing report, I talked about river flows. But even though the river flows are getting bigger, there's still some opportunities to get out there and do some fishing. My recommendation is if you are not an experienced fisherman, you don't necessarily want to be standing in the river right now because those flows are big. They're getting bigger. The flows are cold and the flows are dirty, so it's a real tricky combination of variables that make for some challenging fishing situations. If you want to fish, my recommendation is go with a guide and sit in a boat. One of my friends, Polly Bass, went fishing recently. This was 2 days ago on the Eagle River, and this is going to be above Walcott where the water's still relatively clear. Lots of fish were caught. He and his crew had a great day on the river. Let's take a look at some of these other pics, and you can see kind of what's happening. I mean, come on, really. He told me he couldn't believe how big some of these fish were. And I'm hearing that from a lot of people. Just a lot of big fish on the river right now. For some reason, they're feisty and they're feeding away. Look at how he has this little way he's holding the tail with his little hands. That's pretty funny. But good fishing. There's a wade fisherman out there, obviously, above him. Flows once again coming up, though, so keep that in mind as you make your way into the middle of the week. With these cooler temperatures, we might see kind of some stability in the river flows. So we might not see them jump up too much more than where they're at, but they are pretty big. Turbidity levels are pretty high also. That clarity is a little tricky, but that's your fishing report. We're going to take a break, then we're going to check in with the Eagle County government and Clair Noble when we come back.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then make sure you tune in every day at 6:30 and 10:30 p.m. to catch The Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe. I'll be your host, Maddie Evans, and I can't wait to see you there.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good morning, Vail.
This is like old home week for me right now.
I know.
And I mentioned right off camera when I was doing the open that we got some veterans coming into the studio, literally veterans.
Yeah.
And TV8 veterans.
Oh.
Right? Because you're here.
Yeah.
You're here with us today.
Yeah.
And she was a host forever with TV8. We had a blast. I think I was the one that got you in here, didn't I? Maybe years ago.
Absolutely.
And
You gave me my big break. I did not crush it. I was
you crushed
absolutely terrible.
Yeah, well, no, but you just knew what to do. And this is pretty funny. I'm sorry, I'm just going off on a tangent, but she told me when this originally started years ago when she came in here, that she had done some stand-up comedy a little bit too, for just to get comfortable in front of a crowd and stuff, right?
Yeah, but and I probably shouldn't go down this path because I'm probably going to get choked up. But I had been a housewife for years and years, and I thought, nobody's ever going to hire me. They're going to look at this 17-year gap in my resume and say, what the heck were you doing all that time? Well, I was raising kids,
Yeah.
And you took a chance on me, and honestly, it kind of got this ball rolling where I was here, then I was at the Vail Symposium, and now I'm over at the county. And it was all possible because of you.
I know. And you too. It had to come from inside of you too, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're with the Eagle County government. You're doing stuff with Eagle County. You are public relations manager, public information officer, communications overall.
Yeah, 2 different hats. And actually what I wanted to talk to you today are like from those 2 different hats.
So we're talking about the celebration?
Yeah, so, I've talked to some of the other hosts about this, but I haven't laid this all on you. But Eagle County turned 140 this year.
I know, I saw that.
February 11th. So, the counties used to be kind of big before population started moving in. And, you know, way back when, you don't have automobiles, so if you want to get to the county seat, it's going to be a couple of days ride, and you're going to have to, like, pack a tent and stuff. And so over the years, they've made the counties smaller, kind of more digestible, easier to get to your county seat, and for the county, for the people in the county to be connected.
Wait, how did they just make a county smaller?
Well, we used to be part of Summit County. Summit County used to be a lot bigger and kind of gave birth to us, and now we're like twice their size, but yeah.
Now, there's a piece of Eagle County over near Carbondale, right? A basalt?
Yeah, and
a little chunk or something?
There is a chunk, and I think the best explanation I heard was from the Eagle County historian, Kathy Hiker, who said it really came down to the railroads. And if you think about our county, a lot of what influenced the way it was developed were the railroads. I mean, the town of Minturn and the town of Edwards are named for people with connections to the railroad. And in Minturn, I don't think Mr. Minturn ever set foot in the town of Minturn.
No, but I run the fishing business there in Minturn, and I have people that come in that fish with us, and their last name's Minturn, and they don't have anything to do with Minturn or anything.
I've never heard that name before.
I haven't either.
Yeah. So the railroads really influenced that, and that's why we have that chunk over there, because of course I-70 didn't go through Glenwood Canyon at the time.
Right.
And so that was a more direct route over to the Roaring Fork Valley.
That's pretty interesting. 140 years.
Yes.
As of February, what, 11th?
February 11th, we turned 140. So yeah, you know, just a few years after we became a state, they did this first kind of carving of counties. They did a few more iterations of that. I think now we're probably not going to be cutting up any more counties.
There's going to be some new county that just decides to...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think because
I don't think so
there's
either.
too many entanglements now. You know, it's you know, towns have debt, towns have financial obligations, towns have political proclivities where, you know, one party or the other doesn't want to lose that block of voters.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Sure.
But you have an event coming up, though, right? You have some speakers,
we do.
And you have kind of a celebration of sorts.
Yeah, so we've been doing a few different things. One of them, I think kind of the centerpiece of our celebration is our then and now photography exhibit. So we went into the digital archives. There's more than 8,000 digital archives, you know, photos in the digital archives maintained. Eagle County Historical Society, the public libraries as well maintain this. And we did not look at all 8,000.
Were you just like, oh my God, oh no kidding? Like, well, you find stuff that's got to be
amazing,
spectacular, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what we wanted to do was be able to recreate those photos. So we weren't able to do what really were some of my favorite ones that had a lot of people in them.
Yeah.
But, you know, miners down in a mine, we can't really recreate that today. So we do have a great old picture of Gilman back in its heyday versus Gilman today now as kind of a ghost town. And we did, one of my favorite photos does involve people. It's a group of children in front of the old Avon schoolhouse. It was a one-room schoolhouse located over where near the Elk Lot is today. And so we had that photo, and these kids are all holding skis and sleds. It was taken in 1915. And so we recreated that photo in front of Avon Elementary. And so you can see that photo. We moved all of the photo exhibit over to the Avon Public Library yesterday, and so it will be in Avon for the rest of the month.
And that's right next door to us here, just so you all know, like literally. Just jump over Michaela Way and it's right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's in their community room. Obviously, there's no charge. Wander in there, check it out. We have written some descriptions in English and Spanish, so we wanted to make this exhibit as accessible as possible to everybody in our community.
Yeah.
And so next week on the 10th, we have one of our historical speakers. So this is another thing we've been doing, and this is our fourth historical speaker. So we've had a guy come as El Vaquero, because before the white people came, there were the Spaniards here, because this was Spanish territory. Then it was Mexican territory, and then it became a U.S. territory in 1861.
Okay.
And so next week, our speaker is a historian who plays a composite character, Rosie the Riveter. So we're looking at a different chunk of time. We're looking at the World War II era when Colorado women went to the Remington Arms Factory and made nearly 6 million bullets a day for U.S. troops during World War II.
And this person's going to be in character.
She will be in character as a Rosie the Riveter. Exactly. Wow. And so the way this works is she'll do a short lecture, and then she'll answer questions as the character. And then in the end, she comes out of character and answers questions as a historian. So we really hope people will come and see this as a really interactive presentation.
Where's this happening?
It's going to be at the Avon Public Library on May 10th, which is next Wednesday.
Okay.
We're going to start at 5:30. It'll run until 6:30, and it's free.
Wow.
So we've done another thing. So I kind of thought, okay, if it was 1883, what kind of things would people do back then? And we think of that time as really rough and tumble, but people were super civilized as well. Like there were mandolin clubs and violin clubs.
In 1883.
And so I thought they would have commissioned like a poem or a song. And so we've commissioned a song. And so Al Mall, a local singer-songwriter, is working on our song, and we hope to premiere it sometime this summer.
How fun.
Absolutely. And so this is kind of like a part of my job where I get a huge creative outlet.
You love it. I'm sure you do. I
Absolutely.
don't even question it. I can tell you do.
Yeah.
The passion just kind of pulls out of you. I can see it.
Yeah.
And then the other half.
The other half is public information officer. And this is where I assist our emergency manager, Birch Barron, and his deputy, Fernando Almanza, on emergency communications. So, as you know, most of Eagle County is National Forest land or BLM land.
Yeah.
And so if there is an incident, or in particular a fire, more than likely they take lead on that. But oftentimes the county will be there on site first and kind of fill in the gaps. And so that's where I come in. And we had a couple of we were really fortunate last summer, very small fires.
Yeah, knock
and
on
so
wood.
we have a website called ecemergency.org. We encourage people to go check out this site. It has a lot of great resources. We also, for people on social media, we have Eagle County PIO Facebook page where we also do. So for instance, this winter rather, I was very busy posting about closures in Glenwood Canyon.
Very busy.
There were a lot of those. And so because I want citizens to know if they're heading west, I don't want to get them stuck in traffic outside Dotsero and wondering what's going on. And so what's happening now, starting yesterday, is Wildfire Preparedness Month. And that's because this was traditionally seen as wildfire season.
Yep.
Like we are more vulnerable. We're getting into kind of some drier months. But really now in Colorado, we can be vulnerable to wildfire anytime.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
There was a small grass fire just the other day. And, our fire agencies were on it immediately, kept it contained, and got it out very quickly. But what we really want to encourage people to do is to empower themselves. And so that's what Wildfire Preparedness Month is all about. It's all about mitigation. And so one of the things we want to ask people to do is sign up for EC Alerts. Super easy.
Easy enough.
ECalert.org.
Yep.
You go there, you sign up. For me, I signed up for everything. Like if something happens in Red Cliff, something happens in Dotsero, I want to know about it. You may not want to know about everything.
No.
You might say, I live in Vail, I want to know what's going on here.
ECalert.org.
Exactly. And you go there, you can sign up, super easy. Then you need to download the Everbridge app on your phone.
That's right.
I hate to make it complicated. You got to go do this and you got to go do that.
It's not that hard though. But once you do it once, and you're set up, and then you're good to go.
You are good to go. We
Okay.
Vail Communications Center just re-upped their subscription to for Everbridge, so we're going to be on Everbridge for at least another 3 years.
Okay.
So I really encourage people to sign up for that. For instance, what you're going to see in the next few weeks coming out of EC Alerts are wildfire mitigation. And they're going to tell you, we're burning on the other side of
Don't
gypsum.
report it. You're going to see smoke. Don't report it. It's all in
because
there.
otherwise the communication center gets inundated with 911. Because we tell people, if you see something, call it in. But get those EC alerts so you're not calling in something that we already know is going on.
Okay. I gotta take a break.
Okay.
They're like, hey, we gotta take a break. Oh, good. I love you today, Claire. You're awesome.
Thanks for having me on. So good to see you.
140th celebration for Eagle County. Also, wildlife preparedness, ecalert.org. Thanks, dear. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, we'll be right back with more of the show. We're going to take a quick break, then we're going to give you a look at the weather. Then we've got Allie Teague with the Eagle Valley Library District. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I've got Allie Teague joining us with the Bookworm of Edwards, located right in the Riverwalk. My parents live in the condos right on the other side of the Bookworm across the field.
Awesome.
Right across from the thrift store. My mom goes into the Bookworm a bunch.
Oh, good.
Probably seen her. She's wild and crazy. She has this kind of gray hair. How are you, Allie?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
You're looking springy.
Yes, I'm ready.
You got your sunflowers.
Yeah, it's May. It's time for the flowers.
It is May.
Yeah.
So we just got through National Poetry Month last month, right?
Yes, we did.
That's got to be a pretty big deal for Bookworm, for bookstores, Bookworm.
Oh, totally.
I bet, right?
Yes, we love promoting poetry. I love reading poetry, so it's like my time to shine.
You have a favorite poet?
I
kind of. Or is there
kind of. I read a lot. I really
like you do
Dennis
too.
Smith and Saeed Jones are both awesome.
Okay. But now we're shifting into May.
Yes.
Is May national anything with books or anything?
May
or not?
is AAPI Heritage Month, so we like to celebrate people of Asian American Pacific Islander heritage.
Okay.
And, you know, highlight those books and authors this month. We have a kids display and an adult display as well.
Oh, good.
Kind of encourage reading those stories.
And the Bookworm's been in Riverwalk, I swear to God, for probably 15 years. How long has it been there?
Yeah, just about
pretty close, right?
Years, yeah.
And they've got a great spot in the back where you can grab crepes and some snacks and some soup and coffee, a little coffee area, and just a wealth of knowledge between you and your entire staff.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are great. You love it.
Staff that have been here for, you know, even longer than we've been in Riverwalk. The whole store's been here for 25 years,
no kidding.
Right?
Well, because Verbatim was in Vail. There was a bookstore in Vail many, many years ago in Lionshead. I remember that bookstore.
Yep.
And probably some of those staffers shifted
Yep.
because they like the whole theme of being around books.
Yeah, we have Lisa used to work there, and she works for us still and has for over 15 years now, which is awesome.
So you have a lot of cool events coming up
Yeah.
this month, a lot of speakers, some speaker series, and some other things. You can go to the website, obviously, to find out more, Bookworm of Edwards. But let's talk about what you have coming your way. We'll kind of start with this one because this is the next one right out of the gate, which is going to be next Tuesday, right?
Yep, Tuesday at 6. Tickets are $10. Eric Miller and Flint Whitlock, who are both of these authors, will be here, and they'll be talking about this book and Camp Hale and Camp Hale's place in World War II, how they trained the 10th Mountain Division, and Jen Mason from the Colorado Snow Sports Museum is going to be there too, and she's going to bring some artifacts so you can really dig into the history.
Neat.
Yeah,
that's a really neat story too. I did a bunch of announcing for Vail when they would do their parades in the wintertime, and just the stories of 10th Mountain and Camp Hale and what went on there and what happened to Mount Belvedere. It's pretty impressive.
It's awesome.
It's pretty neat. And this stuff, you know, a lot of these 10th Mountain soldiers and people from World War II were a lot of the people that started a lot of our ski resorts around the country too, which is another piece that people don't understand.
Totally.
Really neat. And this is another great story too. I think this is really cool. Come to listen about Travis Macy and Mark Mace, the world's toughest race eco challenge, while his father battled Alzheimer's.
Yeah. So his father got diagnosed, and within a year they decided, because they're both ultramarathon athletes and they've done like tons and tons of races. And so once he was diagnosed, they decided that they were going to do this together. And he's actually the first person to finish the world's toughest challenge while just having been diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are they both going to be speaking at?
Just Travis.
Okay, just Travis. Okay. What a great story.
It's going to be awesome.
What a great
that
story.
One's Thursday the 11th at 6, also $10 ticket. And with all of our events, we have appetizers from the cafe. So that $10 covers mostly the food that we
that's
serve
so
you.
awesome.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is right around the corner,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Oh,
Couple
boy.
weeks.
My mom lives right next door to you
Yeah.
guys.
Well, you better bring her to our Mommy and Me story time. That would be awesome.
So, Mommy and Me story time.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So it's going to be cute. Normally I read the story time, but we're actually going to have Sarah Hopkins read it. She was the events coordinator and the children's specialist before I was, and she is a mother of 2 now. So she is a mom and a musical story time expert who's going to be, giving story time.
Right.
It's on Saturday, the Saturday before Mother's Day.
And you can bring your kiddos too?
Yes, please.
Oh my God, how fun.
It's going to be a blast.
How fun. All right, there's that one.
And then
The Art of Paper Craft.
Yeah, so Helen is a local, actually. She lives in Vail.
She's a paper crafter?
She's a paper crafter, and she's like
What is a paper craft? Oh, I see, like origami kind of stuff
Yeah.
and more.
And she's a nationwide expert on paper crafting, which I didn't know was a thing. We're very lucky to have her here. And she's pulling out one of the crafts in this book, which is her 3rd book, I believe. And it is plantable paper. So you make your own
put
paper.
the seeds in with the paper.
Yeah, and then you can plant them.
So people have given me a few of those they're like little pieces that almost looks like, it's paper and it's mixed with seeds, and you just bury it in the soil and it does its thing, and the paper decomposes.
Totally. And then flowers sprout up.
There it is right there. She has 3 books on paper crafting,
Yes.
huh? Wow.
So it's going to be, we're really excited to have her. And it's a fun way to ring in spring, with the wildflower seeds.
With our gardens and everything?
Yeah.
The Farewell Tour?
Yeah.
Stephanie Clifford.
Yeah, so this one is our next Women's Voices Book Club pick. And Stephanie will actually be zooming into the Bookworm on June 6th. Okay. It's a book club pick, so I thought I'd get you guys started early. This book is awesome for all of you Daisy Jones and the Six fans or music fans in general.
Okay.
It's about a disgruntled country music singer who has kind of ostracized everyone in her life except for her best friend. So the 2 of them go on her last farewell tour together.
Oh my God, how fun.
Yeah.
So bookwormofedwards.com,
Yep.
right? Good to see you, Allie. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Enjoy the nice weather. We got a bit of rain in the forecast, but at least we got a little bit of feel of spring. Isn't that good?
Yeah, totally.
Love it. Good to see you. Once again, bookwormofedwards.com for more information on all of these great events coming up. Swing by the Bookworm, located right in Riverwalk. If you want to get some great knowledge, if you want to grab a crepe and a cup of coffee, it's well worth it. We'll be right back with more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Product of the Week. Now, here we've got a great trail running shoe. It's the men's North Face Summit Vective Pro. If you're looking for a shoe to get out there and hit those trails all season long, then this is the shoe for you. It's breathable, comfortable, and high cushion. It has a rocker midsole geometry, which you can see right here in that, allowing you to push off of your toes just a little bit stronger. It's got innovative foam technology on the inside of the shoe, which we'll show you right now. This way you can be nice and comfortable as you're hitting those trails. It also has carbon fiber plates in it for stabilization. So if you're an avid trail runner, then this is the shoe for you. Not only does it have all of these wonderful features, but it's got some nice tread on the bottom of the sole to help you out there as you're hitting the trails. Now, if you know someone or yourself, if you're a trail runner, well then make sure that you head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on these fabulous shoes. You can also head over to their website at sunandski.com. That way you can get more information on the shoes and order them in your correct size. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
A unique and interesting twist on life coaching and how you can personally and professionally develop yourself to feel more confident is a great tool that everyone should use as a resource. And we've got Erin Cutshaw joining me. Erin, you do this in a very specific way, and so I'm going to let you introduce how you do it. But thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Yeah, thank you. I am the owner of a company called the Center for Equus Coaching, where we train people to do coaching with horses. So the horses actually provide a really unique and amazing addition to the life coaching that I do. So I'm also a life coach, but once I learned about adding horses into coaching, I was really hooked. It's an amazing experience to see what horses can bring to a life coaching session.
And so let's talk about what they bring to a life coaching session, because when people think horses, they think these gigantic animals, but little do a lot of people know they're really like dogs.
Yeah, horses, they are gigantic animals for sure, but they're also prey animals. And so they're really always looking for safety. They never they don't want to hurt anybody. They're herd animals that are looking when they're with a person, they're looking for safety with you as well. So they do bring a lot of attention to that, and that makes it really perfect for coaching, because the way that the horse responds is in a way that helps them to feel more safe, or letting you know how safe they feel in that situation. And that feedback from the horse is what creates such an impact for the clients, because the clients can watch the feedback of such a huge animal. It's really hard to miss the feedback from the horse and see what the feedback is. And that gives them information about themselves and their own energy and how they're showing up.
Which I think is something that I would love to experience, only because I am such a devoted animal lover. And what a unique way to kind of work through those life coaching challenges that sometimes are really scary, because sometimes you have to look inward in a way that you are not used to doing. And so to feel safe and to have this big animal show that it's feeling safe has to be such a wonderful connection.
Yeah, I think it's really wonderful for people. They know that there's an unconditionally loving being with them. They understand that the horses cannot judge them. At the same time, it can be a little vulnerable, because they understand that the horse's feedback is going to be authentic. And so sometimes there's a lot of vulnerability in that, but there's also a lot of power in that vulnerability, and seeing themselves mirrored or reflected in the way the horse is responding is, it's pretty amazing.
Now, when you came up with this idea, what sparked in your brain to bring in the horses to the life coaching segments or sessions?
Yeah, so actually I learned it from somebody else. I learned it from, there was a woman named Martha Beck who trains life coaches, and Quell Simpson, who got together, who was on the horse side, and they combined it. And then I came in within the next year or so and really watched what they were doing as we were creating this idea of combining the two in this way. And that was about 14 years ago now. So as I was watching them do it, I got really interested in what they were doing and watching the horses and how the horses were responding. And over time, we just started to realize that as the horse is free to respond, it's all on the ground. You're just standing next to the horse. As they're free to respond, their responses really are about the energy that we're bringing as we talk about these challenging life circumstances that we have. So for me, it was just a fascinating experience to watch that happen. And eventually, that became my whole world. So I do life coaching still, but I also do a lot of work with individuals and companies, and I train people to be able to do work with horses as well.
Which is so unique. This is something that I had honestly never heard of until I had the opportunity to chat with you. Now we're looking at some pictures. And so can you kind of walk us through what some of these pictures are showing? And can you walk us through what a normal session or like a first session when you want to participate as someone who is looking for that life coach, what it's like?
Yeah, so these pictures are showing some experiences that some of our clients and some of our students have with the horses. And when we bring in a client to work with a horse, they don't need to know anything about horses. They don't need to have any prior experience, which is really nice. We teach them how to be safely with the horses. And then we invite them into, say, a round pen. And now a horse and a human are together in the round pen and they become a herd. And the horse does not think the human is a horse. The horse knows it's a human, but they're still looking for safety in that experience. And then the coach will ask the client about, a topic that they'd like to discuss, just like you would in any life coaching session, something for personal development. And that as that client responds, we will watch the feedback of the horse, and the coach will help the client to notice the feedback from the horse and ask them what they think it means. And, clients often understand what that feedback from the horse is really meaning about their topic. So as the client interprets the horse feedback, they get to learn some things about themselves.
Wow. I've never heard of an experience like this, but again, I love animals more than anything. And so I think this is such a unique way for not only people to look inward, but to see how those inward emotions are being portrayed outward to such a gigantic creature that is so empathetic. And that's what they're known for. And so when you spend time in the equestrian world, that's one of the things that you learn very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing is, it's different about what we do is a lot of what people do when they're interacting with horses is they're working on training horses to behave in a certain way. And the way we're looking at it is we're looking to the horse's natural responses to give us authentic feedback. So it's a little bit of the opposite. We don't want the horse to do anything they're trained to do. We want them to do what they naturally and instinctively do.
Which is so crazy to think that this is something that people have the opportunity to take the time to do it. Now, we've been talking a lot about what you guys do as coaching and how you guys help people. Now, if someone is interested in becoming a coach and coming to work with you, where you can help train them to help these people and work with these magnificent animals, what's the process for that like?
Yeah, we have trainings twice a year, one that starts in the spring. So we just started one, and one that starts in the fall. And those trainings, you can find them at equuscoach.com. And it is a training that takes about 15 months. We have 12 in-person days and 32 Zoom classes. So there's a lot of training that needs to happen. We have to teach you about being around the horses. We have to teach people about the life coaching skills. And then we have to teach you how to combine the two. So it's a pretty big skill set. Then a lot of our students who've gone through love horses and feel like, this is something they never knew existed. And that's because it hasn't existed for, more than about 15 years. And they didn't know it existed. But when they find out about it and they hear about it, it feels like, yes, this is exactly the kind of work I want to be doing. And so if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, you can look at our site at equuscoach.com and check out our next training, which starts in the fall.
Which is so cool, and what a just amazing career shift that would be for anyone, because not only do you get to help people, which is something a lot of people thoroughly enjoy, but you also get the opportunity to learn these incredible animals. Now, as you guys are watching the animals while they are working with the people who are receiving the life coaching, when you're looking at their natural responses, what are the things that you're looking for?
Yeah, some of the things they would do is we're looking at things like attention and proximity to the client. We're looking for things like relaxation or tension. They always respond uniquely. We can't quite say what those responses will be like, but they have a tendency to move closer to what we call congruence or authenticity, where I kind of think of it as the head, heart, and body are on the same page. A lot of times with humans, our emotions and bodies are saying one thing, but our thoughts are saying something completely different because we aren't aware of what our emotions are. We're not aware of what our bodies are saying. We can be disconnected. And horses don't appear to think that's very fun to be around. So they may move away from something like that. Whereas when people really get clear for themselves and they get aligned or become congruent, the horses have a way of paying attention to that, moving closer to that, focusing on that versus distraction or moving away. So those are some of the things that we see.
And as you guys are working with the clients and the horses, when you're starting to build this relationship between the life coach and the client, so the human to human interaction, where do you guys start with your life coaching process?
Well, one thing we would do first is really talk about our philosophy, and we have something we talk through that's called Why Horses. And then when we talk about why we work with horses and why they're so powerful, as we try to convey that, a lot of times we as Equus coaches convey a lot about who we are as well, because we're talking about why horses have helped us, and we're talking about the things that we've seen that are really important and powerful. And as we do that, it starts to create a container of trust and safety with the human to human as well.
Which is such a unique experience, especially because you guys do have these just giant creatures in there with the people. And I cannot get over this, only because I grew up loving horses my whole life and riding horses. And so what a unique way to see them in a different light, because you're right, we do train them to do the things that we want them to do, those services that they're known for doing or that sport that they're known for doing. But then to have them in this light where they just get to be as they are is so different.
It is different. And a lot of people who go through our training have known horses their whole lives, and they will say things like, wow, I never knew I could be around my horses like this, or I never knew that horses had the ability to show us this kind of feedback. And so it's a different way. It's a new way of looking at that relationship with horses. It's really powerful, and it feels really important to me as not just in the coaching, but as we talk about therapy with horses and, therapeutic riding, and people are discovering all the ways in which they can really help us as human beings.
Now, as people are starting their sessions and kind of working their way through, how many sessions do you guys do total normally?
Yeah, it's a good question. We have about 300 Equus coaches, and I would say they all have their own way of doing that. So some Equus coaches like to have a series of 1 or 2 hour sessions where you would come out every week or every couple of weeks and process through something. The format I like to do is more of a half a day, where we spend a half a day talking about a particular issue or topic in that client's life, and then they can go back, integrate that information, and then if they'd like to come back out again, they can.
So definitely different styles based on the coach that you receive through your life coaching sessions. Now, you guys aren't only in one area, you guys are across the country, correct?
Yes, across the country, and we actually have coaches in 10 different countries as well besides the US. So we have people in lots of different places. We have a few people in the Park City area, including me, and in the rest of Utah, but a lot of people in lots of different states.
Which is so cool. And so if people are interested, then they can just go to your website and find the closest coach to them.
They can, yeah. Easy to find.
Now, as you are one of the instructors and one of the coaches, what drew you to this so much?
When I first started, I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't really certain why it was such a draw for me, but I did spend about 20 years in the corporate world, and I think being inside, in fluorescent lights, looking at computers and in that space for so long, there was just something different about talking about these things, but outside in nature with horses, the surroundings are so different. My ability to problem solve was so much stronger when I was out in that environment versus in the environments I had been used to being in. So I think that's partly what really drew me in.
Which I think is such a great point, because I feel like when people are cooped up all the time, they come to that reactionary point where they're not giving themselves the time to actually see the problem in front of them. They're just strictly reacting, and that happens so frequently at those corporate jobs.
Absolutely. And it's super helpful to have somebody who is helping you, so that to have the coach helping you to talk about it and the feedback from the horse, and to notice it all and to slow it all down and really dissect the things that we would typically be reactionary about. And so, I do a lot of work with companies as well, where they bring out their employees or their groups. A manager can bring out their group, and we can work together. We can slow it all down, do individual processing. Then we can do group activities that help people learn how to interact with each other better, how to understand maybe a more common language around energy and how they're showing up and how that might be impacting one another, common roadblocks that they're all encountering, how they can work through those. It's really great for a corporate team.
And you've worked with some really big name corporate teams, which is something that is so fascinating, because you went from that corporate world to now helping that corporate world be a better place.
Yeah, we've worked with a lot of big companies like Wells Fargo and SunTrust Bank, and companies that, a company Intuit, I think recently we worked with, and some smaller groups as well, less known companies, but we worked with a lot of groups that have found a lot of value in it. They always walk away with some really great insights for them personally, but also for the team. And when we check back in with them later, they report back that they're viewing things differently. So if you have a person in the office that's more challenging, you may start to view them as a horse and wonder how your energy might impact them if you were viewing them that way. And it can really make some great shifts in communication and teamwork.
Erin, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to give us all this great information. Now, one more time, if people are interested in checking out this phenomenal opportunity, where can they go?
You can go to equuscoach.com. It's EQUUSCOACH.com. And you can find a coach near you. You can find our Equus Coach training if that's something you're interested in. You can also contact us if you're interested in doing any kind of group experience or workshop for your team or your family.
Erin, again, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and thanks for all the hard work that you do to not only better people personally and professionally, but to help businesses create a better work environment.
Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate it.
Make sure that you check out Equus Coaching. It's a great way to kind of shift gears in your personal, your professional, your work environment, in so many different aspects of life. And maybe you're looking for a career shift, well then this is the place to check out. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Good morning, Vail.
Hello everyone, Brett Farrar here with the Scoreboard to talk to you about all things golf. Now the Vail Mountain School girls are hosting a tournament today. They hosted Steamboat, Eagle Valley, and themselves. We are here at the beautiful Eagle Ranch, and it is a beautiful sunny 75-degree day. We're going to speak with some of the athletes about how they shot this tournament and about golf overall. Let's take a listen. Hello everyone, we are here at Eagle Ranch Golf Course where Vail Mountain School girls golf team just hosted one of their tournaments. I'm joined by one of their players. Do you mind just saying your name and what grade you're in?
Logan Nobriga, and I'm a junior.
Oh, that's very exciting. How long have you been playing golf for?
I've been playing with my dad since I was really little, but I probably started playing competitively like 4 years ago.
Oh, that's very cool. And what did you feel about the conditions on the course today?
I feel like the conditions were pretty good. The greens were rolling well. However, there was a lot of vole damage and elk urine damage, but it was really good for this time of year.
Yeah, speaking of this time of year, you guys have an extremely tough season playing in the spring, and especially this year, we've had a really harsh and long winter. How has that affected your play this year?
Yeah, it's been a lot. We've done things like foam balls in the gym. But our first 3 tournaments, I want to say we hadn't had an outdoor practice.
Really?
So this has been the best weather all year, which has been great for us.
No, absolutely. It's a beautiful 75, 76 out here today. Beautiful sun all morning. And the wind hasn't been too bad either, has it?
No, not bad at all.
Which is super surprising for this early in the season. Now, sort of speaking about your golf sort of career overall, how do you feel you compare this year as compared to previous years?
Yeah, I think this year I've had a few rough tournaments, but that's just been getting back into it. I usually improve a lot before states because I'm getting on the greens more. I had a better round today than my past few tournaments, but I've placed in every tournament I've played at, so that's been great.
Oh, for sure. That's super good. And what did you shoot today?
I shot 81.
Oh, very good. So pretty awesome. And what's your handicap usually?
I can check quickly. Probably like a 6 right now. It gets lower in the summer because I play Colorado PGA junior events from the men's tees, so it makes the slope really high.
Yeah.
So you can shoot worse and your handicap still stays low.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's super cool. So you're really into the golf
Yes.
sort of thing overall. And do you feel like you could beat your father in a round of golf right now?
100%.
I always find it hilarious how all these high schoolers can beat their parents at golf, but it's super cool to see. And how are you feeling as states are starting to come over the horizon?
I'm starting to feel good. I think that if I can improve my putting, I had a lot of 3 putts today. I shot 2 over on the front, but then I just need to improve my course management, and I can definitely do well going into states.
That is absolutely spectacular. Now, when is your next tournament coming up?
I think we have a tournament in Steamboat, like May 8th, but I'm not going to be there. But I know we have regionals in Aspen.
Oh, that'll be a very exciting course. Aspen is always sort of a highlight and a rival for our little valley here. Well, good luck in your upcoming tournaments, and congratulations on shooting so well today.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for coming today. We had a wonderful day out there. Pace of play was fantastic, and hopefully you enjoyed the weather. We'll do the individual awards first, and then the team awards, and we will be all set. So our runner-up today with a fantastic 81, Logan Nobrega from VMS. And our medalist today with a fantastic 77, Caitlin. Well done. Congratulations. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everyone who spoke with us today. Now, a quick reminder that Eagle Valley and Battle Mountain are playing each other in soccer tonight at Eagle Valley at 6 o'clock. It's going to be an amazing game. Eagle Valley had a major upset last time they faced off against each other, so we'll see if Battle Mountain is going to be able to bring the heat this time. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for today's update. If you want, you can catch us Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so be sure to check us out. Cheers.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting